Hi guys, and welcome to another live stream for another lesson 2 of how to play the game Replaced. We are still in the learning phase of the game, and once we have finished the learning phase, we will focus then on the second phase, which is learning the story. And then the third phase, we'll kind of do a little exam to see how well we've learned the game as well, which is pretty good. It's going to be quite fun and interesting, which is going to be quite nice. And then after that, I already found out which new game we're going to be playing after this to learn as well. So let's begin, and I hope you guys enjoy the learning. By the way, this is lesson 2. If you want to look at the lesson 1, you will have to check on the live stream channel while it's still lost. I will upload it to the YouTube channel as well later on. We're still on chapter 1. By the way, I'm actually enjoying how to play this game. It's actually a lot of fun. Oh yeah, we just started the fight scene. We just finished the fight scene on this particular stage. We fell from the top there, and then we got attacked. I remember that now. Oh, can we actually go in here? Nah. Okay, so we just have a little bit of a recap from lesson 1. So basically the Y button for battle is to counter, A is for dodge, and then basically left and right is to move the analog sticks for the character to move, and the A button is to jump. And of course the Y button is to grab objects. And as I mentioned in the earlier scenario where it's a 2D, 3D effect, over here you can move up the staircase, which is pretty cool as well. Don't have to push down. Remember, you don't have to push down on the analog stick when you see, you just have to push up. Alright, we always do exploring because this is the learning phase, so we have to try and explore as much as possible. Okay, similar scenario as the previous lesson. We basically have to avoid the red light. If the red light sees us, we basically die. And so that's basically how to survive this part. But we're gonna have to get to that yellow box without the red light seeing us. So remember, when it goes forward, you move forward. When it goes backwards like that, you go forward. It's the opposite side. So here, remember, objects with the Y button you can press, but we have to go alongside the and stop. This one takes a little while longer because you don't want the red light to notice us. So you go a little foot and you stop. When it goes behind us, we keep moving and stop. And we keep moving as it goes by, and then we carry on until the end. Reason why we need the box is because we need to jump up on that pipe over there on the wall itself. So we can let go of that by pressing the Y button, and then we can jump on the box. To jump on the box, we basically push the A button and up the up D-pad. There you go. So once you're on the box, so if you want to do this puzzle again, when you get to this puzzle, remember to stop by the other side of the wall. And let's see if I can do this again. So this is for learning purposes. Okay. Well, just keep pushing. Stop. I'm doing this just for the learning purposes for you guys, so you know what to do when you get to this part and you are stuck. Okay, the box will be normally over here in the middle. And we go over here. So once we're on this side over here, almost missed that one. Make sure the red light doesn't see you. So once we're on the side here, the red light has to go forward. So for us to advance to the yellow box. Once we're at the yellow box, push the Y button to grab it. And when the light's behind us, we stop. Once the red light's behind us, we keep moving the box until we get to the end of the wall. Okay, so that's how you get past this one. You let go of the Y button to detach with the yellow box, and then you push the A button to jump up. And then push the Oh yeah, it's a double jump. From you stand about here on the yellow box, and then you run and double jump up there to get to the pipe, like I mentioned earlier on. So once you climb up the pipes, you get to this ledge here and you go inside. And there you go. By the way, I haven't seen this as well. This is the first time actually playing through this area. Okay, remember the ledges? You just have to move the analog sticks. Don't want to sneeze him though, blowed my nose just before we started. Okay, remember over here? If we can't see the floor, that means we're probably gonna die. So with learning purposes, we're just gonna do it. Yep, I was right. So remember, if you can't see the floor, don't you fall down. So obviously if we're here, we have to do a run and jump onto the platform in the middle. There you go. Obviously on the other side, we have to run just over there and jump again. Okay, let's see if I can show you guys again for the second time. Almost never made it. Okay, so you start from here, you run, you jump, grab on. Once you're in the middle, you do another run and you jump right at the time at the edge of the box, and then you jump up and then jump over and you grab on. Okay, well, okay. You're getting right off the bat. Remember to dodge when they shoot. And remember it's red. Oh, you can do it. See what happens when you don't dodge? Yo, just made it. Yeah. You can attack it without having to, but if you want to counter, you can. But you can attack normally as well. You don't have to dodge and counter. You can attack as well. Fortunately, when it comes to the battling system, I can't repeat it. So remember, when you attack, yellow is the dodge with the Y button, and the A button is for the red dodge. So you do like a dive somersault, but with the guys that are shooting, you have to time the dodge, so you will get hit. And I think we did get hit in this particular battle. But you can use the X button, depending on which controller you're playing on, to actually fight the enemies as well naturally. And I also learned that you could do a little jump kick, you know, which I did not know. We'll test in the next battle. That's quite a lot of enemies though. Okay, as for this little piece of puzzle, you just jump, move the analog stick to climb, and then when you get to the wall, you double jump up. Let's repeat it again. Drop down. Keep forgetting you don't have to use the angle. So you go up here and just push the D-pad facing up, and then the A button to climb up. There you go. And you just drop down. There you go. There's a little shiny item to scan. You push the Y button to scan. And you push the options thing to see what it is. It's part of the story, so unfortunately we're not going to be following that just yet. Okay, and so for this particular option, we can push the same thing, double jump up. Well, I don't have to double jump, you just push jump. Forward analog stick up, and then jump to climb up and grab, and you pull yourself up. And the same thing over here, you can go down to attack these guys if you want to, but for learning purposes, we will do so for the practice of the battle, or you could jump up on the actual rooftop as well. Okay, never mind. You can't jump up on the rooftop. I wonder if I can jump and battle. So if you get the timing right, you can actually do quite nice damage. Remember though, guys, I'm playing this game on easy mode for learning purposes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it doesn't look like he can jump and punch. I think he does a fly kick in a certain distance range. So the enemy is far away and you're far away from the far left and the enemy is in the far right. He does like a fly kick towards the enemy. Okay, so it looks like he couldn't jump on the roof. Okay, climb over the fence. Okay, looks like we got to run it because it's open and we can't dodge. So remember this part, we have to do a quick avoid of the light. Made it. Remember, if we do hit the light, it's gonna make us die. See? That's what happens. So always when it comes to situations like these particular scenes, you literally have to run, try and avoid the light. Luckily we get to do it again. I'm gonna show you guys. At least the speed of the light is pretty fair, you know. Jump on the bus and then just stay right here, right against the edge. Okay, now over here, remember when you do the bus, you have to make sure that you time your jump for the red bus. So I'll show again. Okay, let's die again and I'll show you the timing for the jump. So you run. Keep running until you get to the bus. Just use the analog stick to climb up the ledge, right? And then you jump up with the A button onto the bus and lift yourself up. And over here, you just jump up here and into the hole for the next scene. Alright, so that's how we get past that scene. Okay, so it looks like we can go downwards as well without dying. But there seems to be an item on the top there. Can we actually climb up at the top? Okay, looks like we can. But I need to go to the other side to get to that item. Bit of a mess, yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Let's see here. So we can go down here as well. Instead of having to fall down. I wonder if there's an item, so let me just go back up and double check. I'm just gonna fall down to see if there might be a hidden item, you know? Okay, never mind. Okay, so it doesn't look like it can go in between there. So we'll just have to go back up here. So how to get back up here, you just basically climb the ledge and you just jump up. And you push Y to go back the staircase. And then what, oh, so you can pick up items. Okay, pick this item up. Okay, so I wonder what we have to do with this item. Let's have a look. Do we have to put this in the PC? No, okay, not this PC. So when you get to this part, you have to pick up the item with the Y button. And then we will have to put it over here. Okay, port